Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Can you guys hear me and see my screen okay? Thanks, Tim. Okay, we're going to get started here in a few minutes. I just wanted to double check everything. Okay, so we're going to get started here in about 2 minutes. Just a bunch of people are coming in. So let's see. So where is everybody from? Let's see who's the furthest away while we're waiting for a couple of stragglers to come in. The Netherlands. I think you'll probably be the furthest away. North Carolina. I lived in North Carolina, just outside of Charlotte. Okay. The Jersey Shore, Western North Carolina, another North Carolina, Hawaii. Well, I got some really great stuff to show you guys. We've been making money, even though the markets have been really tough trading the last 6-7 weeks. Using the money flow tracker software, the people in the room have been really doing well. Even though there are days that we don't trade. Some days we just don't trade. There are no setups or the market's too choppy. Durango, Colorado. All right, so I'm going to get started here. My name is David Kushner. Let's see. Arthur said, North Carolina, I have the auto trading, but it's taking my count. Well, the auto trader, we'll show you that also. Okay, this is for the money flow tracker software. So let's go ahead and get the disclaimer out of the way. And we're not giving any buy, sell, or hold recommendations. Everything we talk about is for educational purposes only. Don't trade with money that you can't afford to lose. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those we discuss on this webinar. Need to change that. Past performance, any trading system or methodology, not necessarily indicative of future results. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about myself. All right, first of all, my name is David Kushner. I've been trading the markets for over probably even longer than 20 plus years now. I've traded stocks, I traded options, futures, I traded Forex for 12 years. I came from a background that I had my own auto parts business that I started when I was 18 and had that business for 28 years before I sold it in 2005. And then since then, I've been trading full time. So like most of you, you probably have a whole shelf full of indicators or hard drives full of indicators and trading systems that came with a lot of empty promises. Okay, so I had that also. I had a lot of empty promises of helping me become more profitable and more consistent trader. So I was in a trading seminar and Mark Sachs did a presentation on the money flow tracker system. So when I realized what he was talking about and his methodology and his background of being a mathematician and doing modeling, mathematical modeling, and the triple screen analysis. Now I only trade with institutional money flow, and it has made me more profitable. and much more consistent. I mean, I was profitable before, but I wasn't as consistent as I wanted to be. So now I'm running over 70% win-loss rate. Okay, and I'm very transparent. I have all my trades in a software, in a web-based program that I use as a trade journal, which I will be showing you a little bit later. Okay, I know what it's like to be in your shoes. I know what it's like to be a frustrated trader. I know what it's like to be BS by a bunch of people that are a bunch of scam artists that say they trade, but I'd find out later that they don't. Okay, so for those who stay to the end of the presentation, we have a very special discount today, and we have some additional software as a bonus. All right, so when I started with Right Line Trading, I was a client, I was a customer, and somebody asked how did I get started? So I'm going to tell you a little bit. So I was trading, and I was making money using the software, and Mark was looking for somebody to run a Forex room, and so, since I traded Forex for a long time, I contacted them and we talked and we came to an agreement. And I run a trading room now as a prop trader. I trade with a couple different prop firms. I don't like to put all my eggs in one basket, so I have a couple different ones that I trade through. So that's a little bit about how I became part of Right Line Trading Group. And I'm going to go ahead and dive into the webinar, because this is what really matters, and this is what you're here for. All right. So you need 4 things to create trading success. First thing you need is you need software that will provide you with a competitive edge over all other traders. And when I say other traders, I mean retail traders. The second thing you need to do is you need to have that edge that tracks the direction of money flow, and not just regular money flow, institutional money flow. And that's kind of where we're at with Right Line Trading. We like to trade with the institutions. The institutions and the hedge funds, those are the ones that move the market. Retail traders don't move the market. Retail traders get swallowed up by the market. Okay. And the third thing is you need etched in stone rules to follow. And these rules will eliminate discretion. So either you have a setup or you don't. We had on Thursday, we didn't have any setups all morning, so we didn't trade. And that's where the fourth thing comes in: patience. Patience to let the trade set up. And if you don't get setups, we don't take trades. I say this all the time in my trading room, to people, that, I'd rather not be in a trade wishing I was than be in a trade wishing I wasn't. All right. So I'm going to break down the system in detail, and we'll go through some stuff, and we'll show some trades that we've taken. Okay. So let me just show you a few trades we've been taking these type of trades every day. Here's a trade on AMC. This is another options trade on GME. Here was a trade on 30-year bonds. Now this trade was 41 ticks, and I wouldn't have closed it except that I have to be out of my positions before the market closes. Otherwise, I would have stayed in this, and it would have been another, I don't know, another 40 ticks. Okay, here's a trade on the euro dollar for $700. All right, so I just want to show you a bunch of trades we take. I just want to get into the meat. I want to get into the presentation. I want to get into the software, the money flow tracker, and explain to you exactly how it works, so you can have that light bulb moment like I had after I saw it. All right, so it's likely that you're having problems making money. Why? You don't have the proper tools to efficiently manage your trades. You overtrade, you revenge trade, you make impulsive decisions. And these are the things, the revenge trade and the impulsive decisions are the things that you really need to work on your discipline. Okay. And I have a lot of people in my trade room and I've taught them discipline. And they thank me all the time, especially days we don't take any trades. You lack consistency. You trade with indicators that lag price, the same old indicators that everybody else uses. And you lack a mathematical proven trade methodology. And all these things lead to blowing trading accounts. So my commitment to you is to bring this to an end. Okay? So why do 95 to 98% of traders go broke and stop trading? Why? Because they trade the same old things that everybody else trades with, and price action, MACD, Elliott wave, price patterns, Fibonacci's. None of these things have any future predictive properties. I'm not saying that we can look into the future, but our indicators and stuff have some predictive properties because they're built on mathematical modeling. All right. So a little bit about Mark. Mark's had 8+ years of study in field of applied mathematics. He was a professor at Jefferson University for, I don't know, longer than 8 years. And he was able to develop this trade methodology that can radically change your trading performance and grow your trading account. Now, you've probably never seen a system like this in the past. Why? Because it's totally unique. It's not the same old stuff that everybody else teaches. It's not the same old stuff that everybody else is trying to get you to buy, right? And we have over 500 traders between the 3 trading rooms, and we all trade with huge success every morning, shoulder to shoulder. So the market consists of a lot of small retail traders, the small marbles, and the one big institutional traders, right? The institutional traders are the ones that move the market. Okay. So we all know that markets can go sideways and go up and they go down. Sideways is not trending, and trending up and down is. Okay. So let's get into the system. All right. And if you have any questions, just type them in the questions box. Okay. All right. So the money flow trackers trade has 3 key metrics that determine money flow. And whenever I say money flow, automatically in your heads, think of institutional money flow, not retail traders, right? So we use a triple screen assessment with basically 3 time frames. So we use a triple screen assessment of order flow, triple screen assessment of, and that's institutional order flow, triple screen assessment of correlative markets using our neural network of our artificial intelligence, and the triple screen assessment of the LIQUIDITY, which is for momentum. So we don't have to have 3 screens up. It all comes down to your trading time frame and what is on that. Okay. Why is this not advancing? Let's see. Okay. So the script, yes, Arthur, this is going to be recorded. The triple screen method of data analysis is, so this is our triple screen assessment. So if your trading chart is a 2-minute, everything is multiples of 3. So the first higher time frame would be 6-minute, and the next higher time frame would be 18-minute. And we kind of have the same, we trade with Renko bars, so we have different settings for different bar sizes. But you could trade it on tick charts, rain charts, Renko bars, whatever you like. So the first most powerful force that moves price is the triple screen assessment of order flow, institutional order flow. So when people think of order flow, this is the first thing that comes to their mind. A chart like this with all kinds of numbers on both sides, on the bottoms, on the top, sideways, upside down, you name it, it's there. We have a better way, a very simple way of showing order flow. Okay? So what is the triple screen assessment of order flow? Well, means that our highest and our mid time frames all have to have the same order flow going in the same direction. And then we trade off our trading time frame. And this is the triple screen assessment. Okay? So we look at each candle on the two higher multiples, and we place these values into a 15 period SMA. Now it's not a standard 15 period SMA. It's got some smoothing effect into it. It's got some algorithm built into it, and it'll be green going up, red going down, and be yellow going sideways. Okay? So it looks at the order flow on the higher multiple time frames also. All right, so this is how it is displayed. The next thing is the triple screen assessment of the LIQUIDITY, and that's the second most powerful force that moves price. It's the momentum. So the LIQUIDITY is showing us momentum, right? So we only ones that have Renko bars that have Wicks inside of them. So when we start building momentum, the wicks get smaller. See, going up, they get smaller, and then going down, the same thing. They accelerate going up. All right. So what we did was we took all these indicators, added an algorithm, and developed what we call the modified LIQUIDITY. Okay. So the modified LIQUIDITY is this oscillator on the bottom. Now, this is not a standard oscillator. It doesn't measure divergence like most other oscillators do. It measures the strength of the trend. Okay, and it's, again, everything has to have triple screen assessment. So we have to be able to look at the other time frames. Okay, all right. So this is the same thing. We need to have the highest time frame with momentum going up, the mid time frame with momentum going up, and the trading time frame with momentum going up. And this is shown with it looks at the higher multiple time frames, and we use that with the percent K, green going up, red going down, yellow going sideways, right? So this is the modified LIQUIDITY, okay? On the bottom, this is the multiple time frame LIQUIDITY above it. This modified LIQUIDITY signal B is showing us what the oscillator is doing. So when it crosses below 20, it turns red. When it pins to 100, we get our acceleration dots, which we'll get into. When it crosses back above 20, it will turn lime green because it's headed up. And when it crosses above 80, it'll turn green. And below 80, going down, it will be orange. Okay, so that's what that is showing us. Once we hit 100, we get these acceleration dots, and this is the momentum. Okay, the acceleration dots mean momentum. That's why we call them acceleration dots. We could have called them momentum dots, but okay. So the quant lines, which uses our artificial intelligence, and that's the third most powerful force that moves price. So what does our quant lines look at? We have a short-term and a long-term quant line. It looks at 28 market components, and it examines it for correlation. You know the old saying, a rising tide floats all boats? Well, that's exactly what we're looking at. So if the euro is going up, we want to see the pound and the yen and the Australian dollar going up at the same time. That's where we get our quant lines, our artificial intelligence shows us when all these markets are moving up at the same time. So we went one step further. We added what we call our C2 analysis. And what that does is brings in a fourth time frame. So now we just don't have triple screen analysis, we have quadruple screen analysis. Okay, the quadruple screen analysis brings in the fourth time frame, which is the fourth highest time frame. So you take this, multiply it by 3, and that's your fourth time frame for your C2 setting. All right. So let me just open a chart here. Let me bring a chart here and let me kind of explain something here. So let's go back to, let's see, go back to something really super clean so I can explain it. Right here. Okay, so this is what now we're going to put it a little bit together, right? So this is the green background. We trade on a green or a dark pink background. That's the green. That's the dark pink. Okay, so what are we looking for? Well, these dashed lines here, you know, I'm going to open up an arrow line because it might be easier for me to explain, show it. Okay. Okay, so these dashed red lines or blue lines, those are pivots. So we have to clear the pivots. Okay, and the color of the outline of the candle, remember the chart with all the numbers on the candles? Well, we don't use all that. This candle is blue, and these are, you can change the colors of the candles, okay? These candles are blue, means that there's a positive delta in these candles as far as orders, right? This is positive delta, positive. I like to just say there's more buyers than sellers in this candle. Some sellers came into this candle, tried to push it down, but couldn't. And then we kept moving on up. All right. So what are we looking for to take a trade? We're looking for, first of all, the colored background. All right. That's the triple screen assessment of the trend. The C2 brings in the fourth time frame. That's this stair-stepping line going up or going down. Green going up, red going down. Below that, right here, is our trend line. We want to have that green. Below that is our 15, right? We want to have that green, and we want to have it below the trend line. Going down, it would be above the trend line, but going up, it would be below the trend line. Then you see that we have the dots, the acceleration dots, right? This is a 50, right? This is the VWAP. And below here, so the top two lines, these are our short-term quant and our long-term quant. This is a looking at correlated markets. Okay, below here is our multiple time frame of the year. Below here is the oscillator, and you can see the oscillator is pinned at 100, so we have all these acceleration dots. Okay, these arrows are just telling us that we have everything lined up. Below here on the bottom right, obviously the market's not open or this would be moving, but this resets every minute. So we know how many contracts is going through the market in this market every minute. And this is how we tell if we have enough volume or who's trading. You know, when this gets up to 400, 500, 600, we know institutions are trading. We don't trade with low volume because low volume, we know that institutions are not trading. This is the VWAP, okay? The yellow line. The VWAP is the volume weighted moving average price, sorry. volume is VWAP, volume weighted average price. So we like to take long trades above the VWAP and short trades below the VWAP. Okay, so this was a trade on Thursday, right? And we didn't take this trade because there was news that came out on Thursday at 10 o'clock and it moved really, really, really fast. All right. So that's what we're looking for to take a trade. And the same thing on a down market. Let's see. I can find something here. I should have something. Oh, right here. So here is an example of, I just saw it. Here's an example of a market going down. The 15 is above the trend line. We have the right colored background. The only reason we wouldn't take this trade is because we don't have the short-term quant. Okay, so that's what the charts look like. And because I just opened my NinjaTrader, it's not showing the wicks inside the candles. The wicks don't stay in the candles once you shut down NinjaTrader. So what does this software do? It gives you clear and for exact entry prices, clear and exact exits and targets. So for you guys spending an hour with me on a Saturday, I'm going to show you how I trade breakouts with the money flow tracker. And I call it the pullback and go strategy. All right. So you already know what the chart's telling us. We have the colored background. We have the C2. We have the trend line, the 15 above the trend line. Here's a pivot. These shaded areas of pivots are support and resistance from the higher time frames. So the strategy is the candle has to break a pivot by 3/4 of a candle. So we broke it by 3/4 of a candle, then we need a pullback candle. So as this candle is pulling back about halfway up the candle, I'm going to place an order using my NDT, and I'll show you the NDT also. That's what we use to trade with, to sell on down close. As it's pulling back, we don't want to get in. We want it to pull back like a slingshot and then go, right? So this pulled back, we place our order just in case it's a head fake. And we sidestep a lot of trades using this strategy that would have been losing trades. You can ask anybody in the trading room. We sidestep a lot of losing trades. So we eliminate a lot of losses on false breakouts. Okay, so that's how we trade it. So here's a couple of examples. Did I have one on here? No. So here's a couple of examples. Here's one on RTY. Broke the pivot. This was a live trade. Here's my entry. Here's my first profit target, and here's my exit. Here's one on crude oil. Broke the pivot, got the pullback, and go. Here's some trades on the E-mini and the Russell, on the euro and the Aussie dollar using the money flow tracker. Here's a great trade that we took on copper. 36 ticks on copper is $450. Here's a pullback and go, 2 pullback and goes on the Canadian dollar. See, it broke the pivot, it pulled back, we place our order, and it goes. Broke the pivot, pulled back, place our order, and go. Here's a great trade on gold, 60 ticks. That's $600 per contract. Here's a trade on natural gas. So we have everything lined up. This is a trade that I took live, and I have a recording of it. I don't know if the recording that the one I'm going to show you is from the other day, but this was a trade. No, I trade 6 accounts. This was $550 times 6, over $3,000 trade. Here's a couple more option trades. Here's another trade on the pullback and go. Exited on line change. Oh, wait a minute. This is, okay. Exited on line change. Here's a couple other trades. I don't want to get into it. Okay, so we're going to get into the auto trader in a minute, but I want to show you this trade. This is a trade that we took 2 days ago. I think this was on Thursday. I'll make this full screen and I'll play it. Let me turn the volume up a little bit. Moving this down here, I'm getting a yellow trend line. If I get stopped out here, let me start from the beginning here. It's only a couple minutes. Okay, so you see here, we got the, let me make this full screen, see if I can make it better. Oh, well, that didn't work. Okay, so here, we broke the pivot. We got the pullback, right? All right, so we're in CL. Right? It looked like it was going to. Come on, CL. I talk to it. I like to talk to it when I'm trading. You know, this kind of went up, went down, just kind of fluctuating, and then next thing you know, it starts moving. Let me fast forward it. Here's the link. Okay. Here's the link. I wasn't even watching it, right? On Thursday night. Okay. We got first profit target on CL. And then it kept going down. Yeah, keep going. After my first profit target, my stop gets moved to break even +1. It kind of had me bite my nails here for a little bit. No, I'm kind of trailing it down. Something here. I'll a little bit faster. User moves way late for. Okay. That's 30 ticks. Moving this down here, I'm getting a yellow trend line. Did you get the trend line started flashing yellow? Okay. Okay. And we got. That's our one and done for today. Okay. I'm still going to trade. I'm not going to. All right. So when I say one and done, means that if I have a really nice trade like that, then I quit trading live for that day. I mean, that trade was like almost $2,000. So anyway, so let's talk about the money flow tracker auto trader. Right? So the money flow tracker auto trader, we trade on MNQ. And we trade it with a 24 Unorenko bar. Right? And here are some trades that we've taken. This was 704 ticks. And we're trading 4 micros. So we're trading $4 a tick. Here's another trade on the auto trader, 665 ticks. That's $3,300 is a lot of money trading micros. Here's another auto trade for 2,000, it's 1,000 ticks. And what it does is it gets in and it exits when the 15, the thin line, dot dash line, changes color. Now, staying in a trade this long, because remember, it's going to fluctuate up and down, is kind of torturous. I'm better off not watching them when I'm in order trade. I try not to watch it and just let it do its thing. Here's another trade for 632 ticks. Here is our equity curve on the money flow tracker auto trader for last year and the year before. All right. So let me show you a screenshot. And you know what? I thought I put this trade in here. I thought I did. 792 ticks. I guess I didn't. I wanted to. Okay, so I have a screenshot of it. This trade got taken here after it broke the pivot, and so the entry was right here. The trend line's above the 15. It broke the pivot. It stayed in this trade all the way in until the 15. This line right here turned yellow right there. And that was 792 ticks. Now, do we get 700 ticks all the time? No. But you know what? We'll get 100, we'll get 200, we'll get, 50, 60. We hit our first profit target of 75, stop goes to break even, and we let it do its thing. So the auto trader is really awesome. All right, so now the software is available to the small retail trader. But before I get into this, I want to show you my results. So I use this program. It's called EdgeWonk. I've been using it now since June of last year. What I do is every day I run a trade performance on my NinjaTrader. I upload my folder file here. I run a trade performance. I export the trades from the trade performance into here, and then it brings all my trades into the program. Okay, so this is the home page. You can see we're running an 81% win rate for the month. Overall for the year, we're at a 71% win rate. Look at this week. Monday we did 867. Tuesday we did 1800. Wednesday we did 1600. Thursday we didn't trade. And Friday we lost $270. Now look, this is for the month of April. We didn't trade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. There's 20 trading days. We have probably only traded 60% of the time. Look what our equity curve is. From January 1st till now, look what our equity curve is. Look at the performance per day. Let's see, let's show all the days of the year. Okay, look at the winning days. This was a day that I had that crude oil trade for $550 per contract, 55 ticks we had on that trade, and we stopped trading. Look at our losing days. Try to keep the losing days smaller. Sometimes they kind of get away from us. But you know what? Overall, we've here's our monthly reports. This is what we've done every month. January. This is what we've done every week in January. This is what we've done every week in February. Now, February we did 4,000. But look, we had a losing week of 1,500. And then the following 2 days of February, we made 1,580. And we ended up with $4,000 for the month. March, so far as I'm in our best trading, has been our best trading month. Look, this week we did 2,282, 3,200, 1,900. And April has been really choppy. And we're still at 50. Well, April's over. Tomorrow's the last day. So we did almost $6,000 in April. I can show you the performance by instrument for the auto trader. So we trade MNQ, that's it. So this is what the auto trader did so far this year. $2,000 on the March contract for basically January and February and March. and 1,700 so far on the June contract. All right. So these are our reports. These are what we do. It's very important to keep track of your stats. Look, our profit factor is 3.26. That's a great profit factor, you know. And why is this? I don't know. Something's not right here. So this is what we've done for uh, April. I'm going to show you really quick, and then we're going to continue because I don't want to spend too much time here. This is for 2022. Now, we started using this program in the end of June. Look at our equity curve from the end of June till the end of December. This is an amazing equity curve. And here are our trades per day. You know what? I got the day range. We need to go to 2022, and we started in, let's say, July 1st. 2022, July 1st to December 31st. Let's see. I don't know why this isn't showing this. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's not going to show the amount. The days aren't going to be correctly. But you know what? Forget about that. Here's the equity curve. Here's what we've basically done. You know what? I can just show you. Here's what we've done on our monthly reports. We started trading Forex, wasn't moving fast enough. We started adding some futures in August, but look how we gradually increased our performance. Okay, so enough of that. You know, I just wanted to show the transparency that, you know, I want to show you. Okay, so I know there are questions. I'll get to those questions in a couple. You know what? I can answer a few of them now. The results aggregates all the replicated prop accounts. Yes, Arthur. The prior day trade rules aggregates everybody. Yeah, I already answered that. Let's see. Yes, there's going to be a recording of this. Yes, this only work. Well, we have a NinjaTrader, and we also have it for Thinkorswim. Okay, so what are the benefits and features? It's easy to learn, perfect for beginners. You can use it on any account size. If you just want to trade micros, your $1,000 account with plenty to trade micros. You can trade Forex, future, stocks, and options. We have one guy that trades just stocks and options. Okay, so what is trading success? Trading success equals financial freedom. So financial freedom is no financial pressure. But bet you we'd all like to have that, right? Especially these days. You work from home, you have no boss, you have no commute. It's just you and the screen and the chart. But the biggest mistake most people make, is they don't have patience and they don't follow the rules. And that's what I teach in the trading room, is to follow the rules and have patience and be disciplined. So how great would it be if you could master trading with the money flow tracker software and to achieve financial independence? I've done this. There's a bunch of people in my room that have been some of them have been making more each day than me. You know, they have their own way of trading. Maybe they're a little more aggressive. Me, I'm a little more conservative because I have a responsibility to the traders in the trading room to follow the rules and take high probability trades. Now, some people take trades that are maybe not as high probability or whatever else they're using, but I like to follow the rules, and my results show. So how great would it be if all this did would get you into basic trades every day? Would this be worth it to you? It would enable you to a richer retirement, or spend more time what you're doing. If you're not retired, would it be worth it? And if all this did was cut your screen time down to a few hours a week, would it be worth it? And my answer to these questions were yes, it would be worth it to me. Basic trades are easy. You know, we get our profit target one probably 80% of the time. Right? So let's see, Peter saying, show an example of losing trades and how many. Well, I can show you in this program, which I'm going to go to 2023. The losing trades, let's see. It's hard to show just, I mean, the chart lab performance by day. I can show you losing day performance by. It's kind of hard for me to show winning and losing trades. I'm sure there is a way of doing it here, but I just haven't. I can show you losing days. It doesn't let me click on them and do it. I'm sure there's a way of doing it here, but if I look at my journal, so let's see, journal. I show you losing days, okay? Here's losing day, 720, 560, 630. If I click on here, those are losing trades. All right. But to me, it's more important to know what days what you've done on a daily basis, not on a trade by trade basis. Not even on, it's more important to look on a weekly basis than a monthly basis. I mean, look at it on a monthly basis. We try not to look at things on every day. We try to look at it at the end of the week or the end of the month. You know, I'm here to teach you how to make money, not how to lose. You know, if we take a trade and it loses, if it was a qualified trade, it's just lost. That's part of trading. That's part of your trading. Losing is part of trading. If you can't take losses, then you shouldn't be trading. It's hard to not to let it bother you. But the thing is that I'm here to change that. So you have two choices. The first option was you do nothing, and if you're making money, continue on your current path, and God bless you, and thank you for coming. But I would say that probably most of the 150, almost 200 people that are here because they're having trouble making money. So I don't like to focus on losing trades. I'd rather focus on trading in general and what it takes to become a successful trader on both sides, the winning side and the losing side. In order to be successful, you have to be able to take losses. You know, the most professional traders only have a 40-something% win rate, but they make money. And why do they make money? It's because they take small losses and they have bigger winners. And that's what we do. I will show you how it prevents you from taking losing trades. All right. So you have two choices. You could take action today and join the thousands of traders who work 5 hours or so not a week. It'd be per day, right? So the money flow tracker software system. And the thing that I really love about this system, and that's why I've been trading with it for such a long time. And you know what? I was just like, there probably isn't anybody in this webinar that can say that they haven't had some losses on a system and then went and looked for a new system. I know this for a fact because I did the same thing. And most of the people in our trading room did the same thing. You know, I was a customer of Right Line Trading before I became part of the team. And I would have never become part of the team unless I didn't believe in the software. So I use the software and I make money with the software. Do I make money every day? No. If somebody tells you they make money every day, run the other way because that's not true. There's nobody that makes money every day. But you have to know when you're not having a good day trading to stop and walk away. Otherwise, you're going to be over trading. You're going to be doing the things I showed in an earlier slide, revenge trading, over trading, you know, and all those things are a recipe for disaster. Okay, so I'll show you. So what I was getting into is that the money flow tracker software helps you determine when not to trade, right? Shows us when not to trade. And how do we know that? How do we know when not to trade? And I really want to show you this because I think this is a very important thing. Okay, so here's a trade that I took yesterday, the 28th, on CL, on ES, right? So I got my first profit target, and then I moved my stop a little too close, and it tinged me out, but I was okay with it. And then it continued on up. And this is my biggest problem that I face and I deal with myself. I'd like to stay in trades longer and wait until the 15 changes color. Because if I would have been in this trade and waited for, wrong thing, waited for the 15 to change color, here was my entry, here was the color change. That's 10 S&P points. That's 40 something ticks on the S&P. Okay, so how do we know when not to trade? All right, and I'll show you. We'll just, okay, days like this. Okay, you have no setups, colored backgrounds, white, green, blue, white, green, nothing here because we don't have the trend line above the 15, so we wouldn't take this trade. And we didn't get a pullback till here, so we would have, even if we would have taken this trade on the break, we wouldn't have got entered anyways, right? So when you see the charts looking like this, a lot of colors back and forth, right? Here's a trade. But you know what? I can show you better on CL because CL has been not trending. Let's see. It gets little moves and this and that. So here's CL, and I'm just going to make this narrow here. You see like in here, different colors, keeps changing color. This is chop. I'll bring it over. This is chop, right? So if you don't get colored background and everything set up properly, like right here, okay, this is, first of all, this is flat. The trend line's flat, so no trades. The trend line's moving up. The 15 went below here. Here's the trade. Break the pivot, get the pullback candle, enter one tick above here. 75.05. This went up to 75.16. We got our first profit target. And if we exited the second one, would be 75.06. So we would have made a couple ticks on the second one. Okay. But if the market's choppy, you're not going to get the quants lining up. You're not going to get the multiple time frame Laguerre lining up. You're not going to get the this oscillator lining up. You're only going to get everything lined up when the market is trending, right? So here, we had a trend here. We had a burst here. So we got everything lined up. But when the market goes into chop, you have no colored background. You have a light pink background, which is basically, you know what? I could go into here, right? And I can go into the bias and I can say, I only want to trade green and red. I can make these transparent. All the other colors. And look, this will change to just the colors that we use to trade. See, green, and dark red. So you can see wherever it's white, it's choppy. There's no trades. This is no trades here because we don't have everything lined up. The trend line is above the 15. There's no trades. It has to be lined up. And when everything lines up, it means you have a trend. Why does it? Okay, let me get into the rest of the questions. So this is what you get. You get the rapid result quick start guide. You get the VIP support, which the support is amazing. Sergio is amazing with support. He's the programmer. He does support. Really nice guy. Will help you in any way he can. You get the money flow tracker software. You get the market scanner. Oh, I didn't show the market scanner. Okay, so here's the market scanner. Market analyzer. Yeah. So the market analyzer, we'll load it here. Okay, and I'm just going to load up, add some instruments in here, futures. I'll just add them all. Right. So let's get that back up there. Okay. So what the market analyzer does, and this probably got too many markets in here. Might take a little longer than I want. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. You know, I'll come back to this once it's loaded to show you. What do we use to trade with? The NDT, right? So the NDT, I'm going to show you the NDT. And let's just load up CL. So the NDT is our execution platform that we use. Come on. Okay. And here it is. Okay. All right. I'm just letting that load up. Okay. So where is? Oh, it'll load up. Okay. So what we're doing for this first 10 traders who come aboard, right? So here's the NDT, and I'll explain it in a few minutes. Okay, you'll get the additional software and more. All right. So the market scanner. Here's the market scanner. It's done loading. All right. So CL, we trade on a 2510. So we would have a buy signal on CL right now. On ES, we trade on a 248. So if that was red or green, we would look at that. And so on. Whatever bar size, you know, each market, some markets have the same bar size, like YM and RTY have the same bar size. NQ and MNQ use the same bar size. So you would just look at the bar size and which market, and you'll know that you have a potential setup, right? So that's the market scanner. You get the masterclass series on futures, forex, stocks, and options, which is an excellent series, teaches you a lot about all these types of markets. So here's the NDT. So let me just explain what the NDT is. The NDT is an execution platform. So you can see here, well, right now, why is it on? Let me change this, sorry. Edit. This has to be on CL, and the right bar size. So it uses the right bar size, and here's our ATM for it. We use a stop limit. So for instance, if we wanted to sell this on down close, we click on it, and there it goes. It places the order. So what I do, and then so what I do is, I won't just cancel. I don't know why this is not. Oh, maybe because the cancel. I don't know why it's not. Oh, there it goes. So as it's pulling back, like when we get a pivot break, as it's pulling back, right? If this candle was pulling back, I click sell on down close. If it closes up, it automatically gets canceled. If it closes up. So, and then what a lot of times I do is once I'm in a trade and I'm profitable in a trade, if I'm going up, I'll click sell on down close. Get rid of this. Cancel, or probably because it's Saturday and the market's not open. So if the market's going up, another way of managing the trade is that the market's going up and I get a reversal candle, it will close the trade. Or a lot of times when I get into a trade, if I'm trading long, I'll go sell on down close, because I went and I did a study and I looked at reversal candles. So look, you get a reversal candle, you get 4 or 5 or more after it. Reversal candle, 4 or 5 more after it. Reversal candle, and so on and so on. So why would I take a full stop when I know that I have a high probability after reversal candle of getting 3 or 4 candles after that? Why would I want to take a full stop? So I use the NDT also to manage trades. So there's a guy here, this Dr. Victor Allen. Now, Dr. Allen did a 4-year evaluation and looked at 28,000 historical trade records and 15,000 prospective trades. So in his study, he reviewed more than 225 trading websites and evaluated them using several factors, including their transparency, proven track record, and the likelihood of them to assist traders with educational materials and online support. And Right Line Trading came out on top. Why? Because we're very transparent. We have a proven track record, and we do everything we can to support our traders with either educational materials or online support or technical support or whatever. Okay, so here's the special offer for the Money Flow Tracker software. $11.97 for the year with the coupon code SAVE $500, or $2.99 a month. Right? And these are the bonuses for the first 10 that came aboard. Now, let's see. Did he put the link in there? Rory, did you put the link? I got a link here. Okay, so I'm going to put the link in there. Copy and make sure this is right. Okay, so here's the link. I'm going to put the link in the chat. I'll also put the link in the questions box and send it to you all. All right, so this is what you get. Bonuses for the first 10. You get the Money Flow Tracker automated trading strategy. So you get the Auto Trader. You get the NDT execution platform that I just showed you. You get the Market Scanner, which I just showed you. You're going to get 1 month free in my trade room. You're going to get all your tutorials and videos, and you're going to get software installation and coaching support for $11.97 for the year. I think this is a little cheap, but it's a great deal. It's $100 a month. And you're getting 1 month free in the trade room. So take $147 off of that. And you're paying like $85 a month for this exceptional offer with all this exceptional add-ons for free. Now, I own the software. I had to pay for the automated trading strategy. I had to pay for the NDT. I had to pay for the market scanner because at the time I wasn't part of the group. Exactly, Tim. Okay, so my commitment to you, right? Now, this is my commitment to all my traders, and I call them my traders in my trading room because we have a really good group of traders, some really smart people, some people that are new that are really starting to make money. So here's my commitment to you as a new client and everybody that's in the trading room. And I have probably half a dozen people in here from my trading room. Is that when you purchase the Money Flow Tracker software, is to help you become a successful trader. So remember, it's not, if you're not successful, it is not your fault. Again, if you're not successful, it is not your fault. You're just not using the right tools to be successful. The Money Flow Tracker software is totally unique. And as you could have seen in everything I've shown you, it is totally unique. Most people that trade with, want multiple time frame buys and sells have to have multiple charts open to be able to tell which markets are. But with the triple screen assessment and the background colors, once we get a background color, we already know that that is a trend, right? We'll give you the edge to trade with institutional order flow. So again, my commitment to you is to teach you not just about how to read the setups, but also help you develop the mental mindset you must have in order to achieve financial independence. All right. So I would encourage you, so let me find out from Rory how many people already signed up. 5. So we have 5 left. Okay, so Peter, let me answer your questions. All right, I already showed you how it prevents losing trades, either by the pullback and go strategy or by not having a trend and not having everything lined up. You can trade it with options. If you want to trade the SPY, you could trade the SPY and use the setups that we show, to take your trades. There are people that do that all the time. You can say, okay, well, you know what? Maybe not that trade, but maybe, I don't know, maybe a trade like this. You might say, you know what? I can get in the S&P, and make my whatever I'm going to make. But you can use it for futures, options, Forex, stocks, whatever. Just how you want to trade and what market you want to trade. So for the people that haven't already purchased, I would put your name and your phone number in the question box. And what Rory said to tell you, if you put your name and your phone number in the questions box, all right, we will only call you 1 time, maybe 2 if we don't get an answer, maybe if whatever, but we don't really badger people. I don't like it, and you probably don't like it when somebody says no and they keep calling you every week. I can't stand that, right? So put your name and your phone number in the questions box. If you have any questions you want to ask before, and by doing this, we will guarantee you the price. We will guarantee you the $11.97 for the year. Okay, Dominic, you got that? Yes, the website shows 16.95, but we're doing a special price, saving 500. So this is like not even $100 a month. If this could, if you could make $100 a day, right? If you could make $100 a day, that's $2,000 a month, just making $100 a day. But you know what? We do better than $100 a day. You know, as you can see, we have some really great days. Here's a day that we did $2,200, 1,800, 1,600, and look, our losing days, 600, 700, you know. And normally, you know, if I go back to March, look at March, right? March, 1, 2, 3 days in a row, we didn't trade in March. 3 days we sat here and watched the market, and we did not have any setups for 3 days. Kept us out of the market. If we would have traded these days, they probably would have been losing days. But we didn't have good setups, so we didn't take any trade. And it was 3 days. And then finally, on the fourth day, we did 1820 and then 119.50 on the fifth day. So, I mean, this day here, we only took, oh, this was on the Auto Trader, MNQ. All right, so you can see, and we didn't trade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. 25% of the month we didn't trade. But look, we only had small losing days, 135, 210, 570, 820, 421. So that's where we're at. All right, Cal and Van. Okay, William, you'll be getting you already signed up? Did you, what, you used the link and the coupon code? William Rhodes. Oh, okay. All right, so William is on board, and William, I look forward to seeing you in my room. I call it my room, but I look forward to seeing you in the room and working with you. Okay, so let's go. So I always say this at the end of my webinars because these are my favorite 2 slides. So it's a well-known fact that 95 to 98% of swing traders and day traders are losing money. So it's like flushing your money down the toilet, right? But not our traders. Our traders are making money, right? The retail traders, think of this, the institutions and our traders are taking the money that the retail traders just flushed. And that's what we do because we trade with institutional money flow. So again, less than $100 a month, right? And you get the automated trading strategy. You get the NDT, the market scanner. You get a month in the trading room. You know, this is like a no-brainer in my opinion. You see the results. I showed you my record. I showed you, you know, we have some people in the room. This one guy sent me his what do you call it? His results from yesterday. He made $1,800 yesterday, and I lost a couple $100. You know, I only trade till like 11 or 12. Okay, Raj. So this is some videos of some testimonials. Now, this woman here, when she saw Mark's webinar, she didn't know what a ninja trader was. A ninja trader was a guy in a black suit that trades. No, she didn't know anything about trading. Nothing. Zero. Didn't even know what a tick was. Mark took her under his wings. Now she's making 6 figures a year. and all she uses the money flow tracker. But she's patient and she waits and she stalks the market. I mean, there's a bunch of people in here. I don't want to, get into, get into right now, but okay. So again, if you are on the fence, if you're not sure, because we're already out of the 10 that we do, but we're going to honor this price for anybody that is here and purchases the software. Okay, so that's what we're going to do, because I think it's fair, just because 10 people already signed up, that other people should miss out. So I'm going to stick my neck out on the limb and say that we're going to do this price for anybody that is here today. All right. So I want to thank you for attending. Cal and Van and Raja. William just signed up. Let's see. Anybody else? And Sean, put your name and your phone number in, and this will guarantee you the special deal that we're doing today. Or if you want to purchase on your own, just go to the chat box, or I can I'll just put the link right here and send it to y'all. And if you have any questions and you'd like to talk to Right Line of Rory, here's the phone number, 786-732-4656. So as you can see, since somebody said that it was $16.97 on the website, you can see that we're taking $500 off by using coupon code SAVE500. All right, so that's about it. That's all I got for today. I've been going a little bit longer than normal, but or you can. So for those who haven't put their name in that are interested, just give them a call at 786-732-4656. All right, so I really want to thank everybody that attended today. Spent an hour and 15 minutes or so with me. I hope that you learned something, or that you like what you see as a software, and that we will be all working together. So have a great weekend. Be safe wherever you are. Okay, Mike, Richard, right? Rayu? Rayu says, I learned a lot. I love these webinars. Thank you. Rayu, do you own the software? Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Well, go ahead and put your name and your phone number in there, and we'll guarantee you the $11.97 with the add-ons. Believe me, the add-ons, if I figured out, okay, well, we'll be doing more webinars, so whatever. You know what? If you I would recommend for you to contact us, tell them that you were in my webinar when you're ready, and we'll see what we could do for you. Right? We don't like to leave anybody hanging. If they can't do it right now for any reason, you know what? I do webinars 2 or 3 a month. So the chances are that, well, I don't know what we're doing for the next month, so I can't really say. So, all right, everybody, thank you again. And I hope to see you in my trading room. I hope to be working with you. And let's change the way you trade. Let's turn things around. You don't have to trade every day. Okay? You don't have to trade every day to make money. But you have to know when to trade and when not to trade. And that's what we teach. That's what I teach in my trading room. Okay? Have a great weekend, and God bless you, and take care. I'm going to stay here for a minute or two longer, and just in case there are any other questions. Arthur's got a question. Is this Arthur from the trading room? I know it. All right. All right. Arthur, do you have a question before I go? I'll answer your question. I don't. Tim wants to know when the Fed's going to get its head out of its. All right, everybody. Take care. We hope to see you soon. Richard, you can use it with NinjaTrader, and we also have a Thinkorswim version. Okay, everybody. Take care. Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.